Welcome back everybody to another episode of Farming Simulator 17. My name is Roy and I'm from MacLeod Gaming, and today is the big day, episode 10. We finally made it through 10 episodes, at least I did. I don't know if all of you watched every single episode fully, but no hard feelings of course. And today we need to get on with the beet harvest. Last time after recording I left the game on for quite a little while. It was an accident, but that means now it's 8 hours. It's 8 o'clock, almost 9 o'clock, and we had how do you call it? A great demand for beets last time, and that we got that around about just around 12 o'clock. So we need to hurry up. We need to first of all put the time back to 1. So the time frame is 1. 1 minute is 1 minute in real life. This gives us 5 times the time we would normally have to get the harvest in. And let's take a look at what we need today for the beet harvesting. So in this tab we have quite a few machines. I was first thinking of using this one, but even when we lease it, it's way too much too expensive, and it's quite a lot of overkill for those 2 little fields we have, or 3 fields, yeah. So today we're gonna go with the Roadster, which is 7,000 euros to lease. That's not too shabby. Of course, if we have the time today, if we manage to harvest the beets quite quickly and have some time left after that, we will sell some silage, and if we even have some time left after that, we will harvest the corn for the pigs. But it all comes when we get there, because I think the beet harvesting will be quite a lot of work for today. So we don't only need the Roadster. The Roadster is the harvesting machine. It plugs up the beets from the ground, but before that we need to pass over it with this one, and this is the, in Dutch it's the kopper, as in Kopper, which in fact just cuts off the tops of the leaves. I don't know what's it called in a home topper. Yeah, well, it's a topper instead of a kopper, but well, it doesn't matter, it's a topper, and it will cut off the leaves of the plant, so we don't have to cut them off inside of the machine, which makes everything a lot easier. So let's select this one and let's lease it also, or as well. And let's switch to another tractor and let's pick all that new stuff up from the store. I think I will be using the Fendt for this one, just because it's the only tractor with nothing attached to it. So let's go to the store, and on the way to the store I will tell you about how I'm planning to harvest these beets and how I'm planning to store the beets, because I have yet again forgot if I've told this previous episodes, but yes, I think I told it last episode. So my plan is to store the beets in pallets, and this is not just because I like I don't like just the whole pile of beets laying around my farm, but it's also the machine which is used to put them in pallets is a whole different kind of transport. Dang it, I'm lost for words again. It's a machine that puts the beets into pallets after you harvest them, and this actually has no actual value in game if you sell them in a truck or in a cart or in a pallet. It doesn't matter in the game, but it matters for storage. Well, it also doesn't really matter for that, because you can store the beets just fine on the floor or in a shed or whatever you want, but it matters for me because I like the, well, how do you call it, the neat look of a few stacks of pallets with stuff in it. instead of just a pile of beets laying inside the shed. And let's attach the beet harvester. Oh, that's a feisty one. So with this whole combination, we can now go about harvesting the beets. And I will see you back at the field, I guess. So see you soon. And here we are back again. We have, well, I would like to say we have safely transported this harvester towards the field, but as is getting tradition on this map, I've hit the fence post at the gate towards these fields. So yeah, business as usual, I would say. So let's unfold this machine, if it needs unfolding. No, it doesn't. Well, that's nice. So let's lower it and let's switch to the front. Oh, that's the word I was searching for, the defoliator. That's the one. So let's start that one up as well, and let's put that down on the ground. And the only thing we need to do now is just drive over the beets in an orderly fashion. As you can see, this is quite slow, but on the other hand, the beet harvester fills it quite fast. We're already at 10%, and well, we're not even close to the end of the field, so I think I will need some kind of dang it, that's 4 words again. This is going to be a very, very long episode. I'm sorry guys, but it's, well, it's not late at night, but it's evening. I've worked today, so I tried making this episode because I'm trying to upload one episode every Tuesday of this farming simulator series, because I want to have some kind of schedule. And I know I'm bad at keeping schedules, but well, at least I want to try it. So here I am recording an episode again while I'm tired, so it can happen that I'm sometimes searching for words that aren't there. But yeah, back to the beet harvesting. As you can see, this is quite how it goes. It's a little bit slow, a little bit slower than I would have expected, but let's see if it speeds up if we lift the harvester, but it doesn't speed up a lot. So well, let's I will probably start finishing this field now, and I will return to you when this is done and when we have everything in the trailer. I need to get the trailer first, but I will do that off camera because tractor driving. Is it full already? Oh lord. Well, change of plans. Let's get that trailer now, because let's take the JCB because that's one of the fastest tractors, and let's get that trailer. Hold on. That was way faster than I expected, and I think that trailer is way too small for this, but I know what we can do. I mean, we have just about 3 hours left of the great demand, so I think I can manage with those fields in 3 hours. Let's fill this trailer up with beets, and I'll do that off camera, of course, because time saving and everything. And when it's full, I will get back to you and we will get it towards the store, the sell point, so we can see what we will get for it. For a moment I was scared it was missing the card, which would be silly. So that will be 6,000 liters of beets. as I already said at the beginning, this crop does have a massive yield, and maybe 3 fields was a bit much, but with the with the gray demand and everything going on now, that should be fine. It should be quite a money maker, I suppose. So I will see you in a flash when the cart is full and when we're going to sell everything. So see you then. Well, I didn't expect to be back to you this soon, but it seems we have missed our high demand, our great demand. That's unfortunate. I wanted to sell these beets to get some more money for some more fields, but well, it seems we have missed it. So I don't think we have as much of a priority for no. Don't save. Don't end without saving. I don't think we have as much of a priority on the beets right now as we had before. So let me get back to this game, and he's almost full again. So after this we will have a full cart, a full trailer. So let's not bump into that. That would be very costly, especially because it's a lease machine. So yeah, I'm sorry for that silence there, guys. Let's then wait a little longer to get our trailer full, and let's see what we will get for it now, because I'm not quite curious which or how much this cart would give us. I think it's completely full, 18,000 liters. So that would be, if I take my phone here for a moment to calculate it, because, well, calculating is not my, well, I'm quite good at it, but it's not my strongest point. So 351 euros times 18, that's 6,318 euros per trailer. So this trailer would fetch us 6,000 euros. That's actually not too bad, not too shabby. So let's fill it up and see how much of that is true. Oh god, he's completely going through the cornfield. I like the fact that helpers do not have the crop destruction mode on, because they would tear up everything. I would completely miss a quarter of the field of corn over here, so thank you, modders, for that. Let's get in here. Let's try to match the speed as much as possible. And we're full. So yeah, let's get this back to the store and or to the sell point, and I'll see you there. And here we are at the Drumard sale area 2. Sell area 2. So let's unload this cart over here and see what we got for it. I hope the calculation of 6,000 is roundabout true, but I think it will be. Yeah, we will hit the 15,000, and there it is. It's actually 5 euros more than I had calculated. So there's a win for us. On my way here, the grain tank on the or the beet tank of the harvester was full again, so I think it would not be a bad idea to upgrade to a little bit of a bigger machine. Yes, it will cost us money, but on the other hand, it will bring us a lot of money because we can... Oh, that one bad. It will bring us a lot of money, I was saying, because it will work a lot more efficiently, a lot faster, and well, yeah, it will look quite a bit cooler because I like those self-propelled beet harvesters. They are, well, they almost look like transformers or something like that. And I know that's a bit childish, a little bit silly, but I always think of them like that because when they are driving down the road, they are very large machines and often squeezing through the most narrow passes you can find on the road. But when they get to the field, they unfold and keep unfolding and keep unfolding until they're finally done and ready to get started on the field, and then they look very impressive. So yeah, actually let's empty this one here. And I know this is not realistic. I mean, I'm leasing one vehicle and then immediately after what, half a field, removing it or returning it just to buy another bigger machine. But yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm just like that. So let's well, we don't have enough for the big harvester, that's one problem. So we need to get to the finances tab and make our first little loan addition. I mean, we have a loan of 110,000, which means we already loaned 10,000 euros extra, but we need to borrow some more. We need to have 37,000 for the machine itself, so that would mean about 25,000 borrow, and then we need a little bit for the header. So yeah, let's get us up to 50,000. I'm not really happy about doing this, but on the other hand, it's a necessary. No, it's a necessary evil. And well, let's go to our leased items. This one, return, yes. It's magically returned towards to our to the shop. And then let's get back to beet harvesting, and then we will take the little version. This is a mod made by, I don't know who it is made by, but they did a perfect job. It's essentially the Terados T440, except it's a Terados T430 and it's a little bit smaller. It has a little less capacity, but I think for the smaller farms like the one we are working at now, it should be quite suitable for this work and for this harvest. And we also won't have much problems with moving it across the map because these things can get quite unwieldy. Now I'm just in a little bit of a dilemma because this is a standard one. This is the HR9, which will take 9 rows of sugar beets and has a working width of 4 meters, or we can take the HR6, which has a working width of 2.8 meters and only takes 6 rows. And this one will fit to the T430 better in terms of capacity, and I think it will fit a little bit better through the gates of the field. So let's take this one. I was thinking about the HR9 because it has a little bit higher capacity. It would quicken our little harvest here a little bit, but yeah, that's not really necessary, I think. Let's put off those little blinker lights if I can find the button for it. Oh, yes. Let's put this one back at the farm and... oh god, oh god. Nearly missed the bins over there. The wheelie bins. That would have been really expensive. Pardon the puns. But yes, let's put this tractor over here. Do not crash into anything. Shut off the engine. And then use our magic teleporting powers to get to our new Holma Terados T430. Listen to that engine. Ain't that a perfect sounding engine? Even the beeping sound it makes when reversing sounds way more, how should I call it? Way bigger than a normal tractor. So yeah, let's get this one to the field. And this is what I meant with they look like transformers. They have all these pointy bits, these I'm completely lost for the word. What are they called? These transport belts. Yes, that's the word. All over the machine. Down below they have the little transport rakes, I would say, and then in front you have this, well, almost big weapon of traffic destruction that picks up and defoliates the beets in one fell swoop. Well, first defoliates and then picks them up, of course. And I hope this machine will be quite a bit faster on the field, because it will be quite a lot of money we have spent on nothing, or on no gain, because let's face it, this is not exactly nothing. This is not something you would simply buy as a real life farmer. Most of the guys, most of the real farmers just hire these vehicles just for harvesting seasons, and after that they, well, the companies that own them, they lease the machines along with a driver to the farmers that need them. So let's lower this one already, and then let's switch over to the main machine and unfold that one. And as I told you, all these little transport belts fold out, all those little sides switch up, the wheels fold in. It's massive. It's very for a guy who studies engineering like me, it's very imposing, for lack of other words. So yeah, 17 kilometers, almost 18 kilometers on the field. That's not too shabby, and a very nice turning corner will make this machine quite a joy to use. And on this one I will not let a helper drive, because I like this machine too much myself. Take a look at this cab. Ain't that a spacious cab? You even have a little seat over there for someone to drive with you. All those buttons, I don't know what they do. I'm not a real life farmer, sadly, because I would love working with these machines on a day-to-day basis. Even just maintenance on them would be something I would love to do, but yeah, that's a whole thing on its own. So I will finish this field here. Maybe it will fit in one tank. I don't think it will, but I will see you at the end of this field. Then I'll probably sell another load of two off camera, so I can finally buy the conveyor belt that puts the beets into crates, so we can create some crates on the field here, and that will be the final purchase of today. I don't think we will get to the corn harvest for now, so that will be episode 11, and in that episode we'll probably also try to get our loan a little bit lower by selling some silage. So I'll see you in a bit when this field is done. So we're in a little bit of a pickle yet again. I've set a worker on the machine just to finish that field, and yes, I came back earlier than I said. You know how I said I was bad at keeping schedules? Yeah, this is it. The problem we have now is that the little trailer we have here has a capacity of 18,000 liters, which is not bad, but the machine has a capacity of 30,000 liters. So yeah, we have to drive 2 times to empty the whole machine, which can be a little bit annoying. So let's get this. Well, I was going to say let's get this one sold, this load, but then that happened, so apparently after 10 episodes I am still rubbish at driving. I still can't drive with the steering wheel, and no, it's not the steering wheel's fault, it's my fault, because I'm rubbish. I hope it's still giving some comedy relief to this farming series. But yeah, so as I am selling this, the worker is, well, at work getting that field done, and I'm kind of wanting to get back to the question of last week. Well, we checked the prices and it's still better at cell area 2. So last week I asked a question about which other games I should play according to you guys, and well, sadly I didn't really get a reply, but as I'm a small startup YouTube channel, pardon me, that's logical. That's at least not a surprise to me. But if you just have an idea for me, because not that I don't have ideas of my own, I am thinking of starting a series with a friend of mine who has also got his own YouTube channel, which I once earlier promoted on this channel. It's Banter Battles, and Michael from Banter Battles is my best friend of mine, and we kind of sat down and had the idea of playing some multiplayer games together, and each getting our own field of point of view recorded. So if you want to let me know what you think of that idea, and if you know Michael's YouTube channel and think, yeah, that would be nice, here is a game I would like you to play, please put it in the comment section below, and I will look into it and I will discuss it with Michael, because we're both startup YouTube channels. I will put the link to his YouTube channel at the end of this video, so you can have a little gander over there and see what he's doing. It's quite a little different than than this channel. It's Zero Farming Simulator, and it's all other games like, for example, XCOM 2. He has a whole Let's Play series on XCOM 2. Besides that, there is that was weird. there is a whole series on his channel on Total Warhammer where he is playing the dwarves, which is a very noble race and should be played accordingly, which he does. He is a very, very honorable dwarf. And let me think, he also plays Rise, Hero of Rome, if I recall correctly, and the latest addition to his gaming series, his gaming channel, is Space Hulk Deathwing? Oh, he's going to kill me for this. I forgot the most... I forgot the unit his favorite army is known for. Oh, I'm so going to get kicked in the ass for this. But yeah, I thought it was Deathwing. Yeah, it's Deathwing, definitely. And yeah, he's playing Space Hulk Deathwing. I should confess that I've not watched this series myself, but what on earth is this guy doing? What is he doing? He's kind of dancing with the machine. I've never seen someone reverse like this. Oh well, he has found his way again, so... That's... I'm completely off my... I completely lost my line over there. Well, what I wanted to say was, if you have an idea for me and Michael to play together in a series on both channels, please let me know, and as I said, I will look into him. But what I wanted to say before he finished the field over here is, for the people who don't know how machines like this work, I will try to give a little bit of an explanation, like I do with all machines I use in this farm and in this series, because I know there are people who don't know a lot about farming. I would not say that I know really a whole lot about farming, at least not about the technicalities of when to seed, how to seed and whatever, but at least I've seen quite a lot of machines passing my house and everything, and I've looked them up on the internet because, well, how can you not look up this awesome thing? So how this machine works is simply you have the little beetroot plants over here, and they get driven over, and with this front mower over here, he just whacks off all the foliage of the plant, and in some cases the top of the little beet that's left in the ground. Then with these cutters over here cut the top part of the beet off. Then with these wheels and little scoops or plows, the beets are picked up, thrown on this little conveyor over here. With that wheel they are pedaled to the back and on a little conveyor back over to these, well, carousels. I don't know if that is the proper name for them, but I'll call them carousels. Here they are moved to the back, and while they're moved to the back they are transported over these rotating screens, and that also gets all the dirt, or quite a lot of the dirt and mud off of them. When they are transported to the back, they land on this conveyor belt over here. This will grab them and put them all the way up the side, on the top, and into the container on the back of it. Let's try to get on top of it. Don't know if it's really possible, but it seems I'm stuck already. So let's get into it to see the upper side. And here we have the conveyor belt that grabs them up over here. You have this little auger in the center that pushes them front or backwards to even out the load and everything, and to get as much as possible into this little, well, I said a little, into this big basket up top, and when it's full, it will extend the conveyor belt over here and empty its load into a waiting cart or at the side of a field. Where I live, it's mostly dumped at the side of the field to wait for picking up with another machine. So yeah, that's how the self-propelled harvester works. Let's get him going again on this field, so we can sell another load of those precious beets. And I now remember that I completely forgot to check what price we got for the beets over there with this last load. But oh well, it's not really the worst thing that could happen. I mean, how should it? Well, instead of me rambling on and on and on driving back and forth to the sell point, I'm going to sell this load. I will buy the conveyor belt, this one, or I will loan it because the lease price of this is very low, and I will get that with the fend, and I will see you back at the field where we will start making some pallets. And I think with that second field we will finish this. After that second field is done, we will finish this episode. I will harvest the third field off screen, and I will prepare for the next episode where we will be doing some corn, some big maintenance probably. They need some maintenance as well, or they need some whatchamacallit, some attention, not maintenance. Maintenance is for machines. So I'll see you back at the field with the new pallet machine. So here we are back at the field with the Drumard RH2460, which is a conveyor belt that puts everything you put on it into pallets or onto other conveyor belts. It has a whole system at the back here for creating 3 or more pallets, but well, it's only ever going to create 1 pallet, sadly. And I only have to create or disable or enable pallet creation on, and I think that's it. We now can unhitch this one, get a trailer to put the pallets on, and get a front loader with pallet fork attachment. And there go the wheelie bins. Should have been expecting that bump. It's a very annoying bump over there. It's the only 5 fields you have at the start of the game, and every time you leave them you get this massive bump in front of your tractor, which throws it all around and makes you lose control of it. And I know that should not be an excuse for bad driving, but it is. It's my excuse at least. Oh, that works. Let's get the pallet fork over here. It's stored in this little shadow. There it is. And let's get out in the field. Because this is, oh well, let's not forget our trailer over here, because without it we have to individually bring the bales or the pallets back towards our little farm over here. So let's not forget this one. And I keep pressing the wrong damn buttons. It's very annoying. What's happening around? Oh well, we're stuck in a chicken coop. And everything has gone wrong. You get stuck in a chicken coop. It's not pretty, but it works. Should have never parked this over there, but it worked in the end. There's the bump again. Look-a-dee. Well, now that this tractor is over here, let's hop into the other one. Empty the harvester and put all the beets into the conveyor belt, pallet making machine, which is a nice word for Scrabble or hangman. So if you want to win from your fans or whatever, use those words, or use jazz or no, not that word, that word. Jam. Now, if you jazz is one of the statistically most difficult words to guess in Hangman, I have heard, and I have driven over some common. So let's reverse into this and empty it. Don't know how much it will take, but oh, there it goes. We already are making one pallet. Let's get into this tractor and get the pallet out of the way and onto this trailer, because once there is a pallet there, it won't make a new one unless we remove it. And once the pallet is removed, a new one spawns, completely free of charge of course, and fills. These are quite convenient because they only hold 2000 liters, which is just enough to feed quite a lot of pigs their daily dose of sugar beet. Now, let's think about why that was a stupid idea. Because that really went bad. How did I screw that one up? Or this one. Well, I know why. Because I'm working with my pedals and my steering wheel, and I'm not used to them still. But on the other hand, this should not be this difficult, he said before failing once again. Just mark my words. I will have a very hard time putting these on this card. I just know it. I know this will be one of those things that makes me consider getting one of those auto-loading trailers, because, well, let's face it, they're quite handy, especially if you're like me, incapable of loading a trailer. No, don't slide off, please don't slide off, unless I want you to slide off. You see, if you want them to slide off, they won't. But if you don't want them to slide off, oh, they will be slippery as ice. Okay, let's get back to the old ways. I'm sorry guys if this looks a little bit jittery, but I simply cannot work efficiently and fast enough with this steering wheel mouse combo to get this loaded and out of the way and everything. So I will have to do this with mouse and keyboard, which in itself is maybe something you really won't see a lot of on YouTube, because at least every farming simulator YouTuber I know has some sort of steering wheel or joystick setup even. But not me. Still haven't had the money to purchase the official farming simulator tractor joystick, which saddens me, to be honest, a little bit. On the other hand, I have quite an expensive hobby in the form of Warhammer, so that should explain why I don't have any disposable income left for farming simulator and gaming equipment, because all my, well, not all my money, a lot of my money goes into plastic miniatures. So yeah, there's that explained. Don't you dare slide off. I will throw you in front of the... well, I will always throw you in front of the pigs because you're Bigfoot. But how do you threaten a pallet of beets? That's something I need to know, because these beets sometimes need a proper threatening to stay in place. Now, before they fall off, let's quickly strap them on. Let's not do that strap yet, because that will hinder me again when I'm trying to put on the third row. So, ain't this game lovely? Ain't this game the perfect way of relaxing? Well, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it's very, very annoying. While I was... well, there it is. While I was picking up this pallet, I was thinking, don't you dare spawn a pallet inside of my tractor, because I will lose it at that. I will. And yeah, maybe I should cut this, but I thought maybe I should show you a little bit of my irritation with loading pallets or bales or whatever needs to be individually loaded onto this trailer, just so you can get a feel for what I for what I go through making these videos. Nah, I'm just kidding. And there it goes. I gave it a 10 for the landing, so that was quite a nice landing. So yeah, I think after this little pallet over here I will end this episode, because I get the feeling this is a very long and me kind of rambling on episode, and I will spare you the rest of it, because it's... I know how I can be sometimes, and I don't want to scare you all off with that. But on the other hand, this was my 10th episode on Farming Simulator, and well, I am glad I already got 10 of them done. On this map we will probably do quite a lot more. As I said last time, I have set some little goals to achieve on this map. Goals like having 100 or 200, I think it was 200 pigs, and 100 of each sheep and cow, and to make 2 million euros, not counting of course the 1 million we could get from the golden nuggets collection, which are all these yellow and black circles on the map. We could get those all and collect 1 million euros, but on the other hand, I like the way this let's play is progressing, and I don't want to spoil it with 1 million extra cash. If you think otherwise, if you guys think, well, Roy, you could play it honest like that, or you could get some free cash in essence, and get some more cool machines for us to watch at. Maybe you should do that. I can't read your minds, guys, so if you have suggestions, please leave a like, leave a comment, even subscribe if you haven't yet, and if you're watching this series and thinking, wait, I like that. So I'll get into the JCB for one last time this episode to get some more beets from this machine. He will start harvesting the rest of the field. I will also do the other fields off camera, and I'll probably fill up that trailer with pallets, maybe even a little bit more, just so we can feed the pigs properly this time with everything they need. And with that said and done, I can only thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time around with the corn harvest, the selling of silage, and the results of our little harvest of today. And yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave a comment, share with your friends, share even with your enemies. If they like Farming Simulator and you think, well,